Today we're talking about one of the most famous and mysterious paintings in the world, Wanderer Above the Sea of Fog by Caspar David Friedrich, painted in 1818. Caspar David Friedrich was a German painter and one of the great masters of the Romantic era. He didn't paint landscapes as they looked. He painted how they felt. His works are quiet, meditative, and full of emotion. Friedrich was born in 1774 during a time of great change in Europe. The Napoleonic Wars, the rise of nationalism, and the crisis of faith all shaped his art. He was a serious, deeply spiritual, and often solitary man who searched for answers to life's biggest questions in nature itself. At first glance, Wanderer Above the Sea of Fog seems simple. A man stands on a mountain peak, looking out over a swirling sea of white mist. His face is turned away, and that's intentional. The viewer is invited to step into the painting and become the wanderer. Maybe that's why this image has stayed alive for more than 200 years. But Friedrich didn't paint a real place. He made dozens of pencil sketches in the mountain regions between Saxony and Bohemia, and then assembled the final landscape in his studio, like a puzzle. A rock from one drawing, a sky from another, clouds from a third. He created a view that doesn't exist in reality, yet somehow feels completely real. It's been suggested that the wanderer might be Friedrich himself, or his friend, the scientist Carl Gustav Karus. But since the figure is facing away, we'll never know for sure. And maybe that's the point. The wanderer could be any of us, standing before the fog and wondering what lies ahead. Friedrich painted the work the same year he got married. Many believe it reflects a personal moment, a time of change when the future is filled with both hope and uncertainty. His life, however, wasn't easy. Friedrich suffered from depression and often withdrew into solitude. When he died in 1840, his art was almost forgotten. Only in the 20th century was it rediscovered, first by modernists, later by existentialist thinkers. During the 1930s, the Nazis used his paintings as propaganda, claiming they represented the strength of the German spirit. That misunderstanding overshadowed his legacy for decades. But eventually, people saw his art for what it truly was. Not a national symbol, but the vision of a man who dared to look into the fog without expecting clear answers. Today, Wanderer Above the Sea of Fog is one of the most recognizable paintings in the world. Its composition and mood have appeared in countless places. From promotional art for The Legend of Zelda, to book covers of Nietzsche's Thus Spoke Zarathustra, and even in internet memes. It has become a kind of romantic-era selfie, an image that says, "I'm here. I don't know where I'm going, but I've arrived in this moment." Wanderer Above the Sea of Fog feels like a painting that looks back at you. It quietly asks, what do you see when you look into the future? Do you see strength and hope, or fog and uncertainty? Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and tell me in the comments, if you were standing above the sea of fog, what would you see before you? See you in the next video.